Alright, we're back, and we are going to go into overtime. So now we're just going to finish the rest of the games and talk a little bit about rivalry games, and then we're done.
Yep.
I can only tell you this. Wait until we get the, what do you call? Wait till I get unlimited time limit, because then we could do it in 20-minute sessions instead. And that's just going to be easier. We might not have to worry about 30-minute, or 4 parts.
Right.
So let's get it started. Next game, Bill.
Alright, the New York Jets at Baltimore Ravens.
If they play good like they did against the Saints, not like against the Bills, they could take the win. Joe Flacco is getting some momentum going, and I want him to lose it because I cannot stand the Ravens.
Oh,
So
man.
I'm gonna go for biased reasons the Jets because I like the color green, and I just don't like the Ravens.
Okay. I'm going to list my reasons. Both offenses are pathetic. Both defenses are amazing. They both have about the same kicker. And, I mean, literally, I think each team's going to trade a couple touchdowns each way, and defensively. So here's what's going to come. It's going to come down to is going to be most likely a special teams game, and I think the Ravens have a better special teams unit than the New York Jets, and therefore I am picking the Baltimore Ravens. And plus, they have the coolest logo of all teams in the NFL, so gotta go with the Ravens there.
I still think that the Cowboys have the best specials team. Dwayne Harris, man.
Dwayne Harris is pretty cool. He
I
is.
know. He's doing great. I mean, he goes far. But anyway, let's go to the next game.
Next game is the Tennessee Titans at the Oakland Raiders.
I don't like the Raiders right now, just because they beat the Texans. But I'll get over it. If they do good, I don't mind liking them because, like I said, a player from my town, from where I was born, actually used to play for them. So I can see why I might like them because of history. But regardless, I actually want them to win because it might better the Cowboys. The Texans' odds of getting at least number 2 spot or just being second place in their division.
Oh man.
So the Raiders have been told they've been getting an improved defense. So if they can go up against the Titans, there you go.
Alright, here we go again. Titans and Raiders. My reasons I'm picking them. Okay? Titans and Raiders. Both offenses, not the best. Both defenses, decent.
Well, to be fair, I think that the Raiders actually do pretty well, especially in the red zone, if you look at the last game.
I mean, well, the Philadelphia Eagles put like 55 points on them as well, so...
That was a field day for Nick Foles.
Yep. So, I mean, I can see your point, and I can see where I'm coming from. I'm saying that both are decent. They're not the best, they're not the worst.
I'm not saying they're the best either.
They're right middle of the road. But I really think this game could come down to the kicker, and I think the Raiders have a better kicker than the Titans. Even though I know Rob Baronis is pretty good, the Raiders have Sebastian Jankowski, and Sebastian Jankowski could probably kick from another planet and still get it through the upright. So I am going to go with the Oakland Raiders by a field goal.
Good.
Alright, so the next game, and then the following game we'll skip for last, but the next game is the Indianapolis Colts at the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, this one's going to be tough, but the Cardinals are at home. And as you saw how they did well against the Texans.
True.
And they're fighting for a wild card spot. And they're not going to give that up. They're not going to give it to the Colts, who are likely to get the number 1 spot in their division. So, not that they care about who goes in that side, they're going to take out the Colts. They're going to be struggling, they're going to be squirming, but if they do it in the right ways, they might just come out on top. It might be barely a victory by just a touchdown or 2. That's my prediction. Cardinals going to take it.
Alright, I am predicting the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts have a pretty good offense. They're still finding their way without Reggie Wayne, who was lost with a knee injury. They're still finding their way, but I think T.Y. Hilton is going to have a big game, and I really think that the Indy Colts defense will kind of shut down Carson Palmer. I mean, Arizona has quite the passing attack, and they do have Andre Ellington, but I think the Colts, really, if you look at both teams, they're both very similar, but I think the Colts just have a little bit more talent. I mean, Fitzgerald on the Cardinals side, but I really think the Colts will win, but it's going to be a very close game. Alright, so there's another 425 game, but we're saving that one for last.
Yep.
We're going to do the NBC game, the 8:30 in the evening game. The Denver Broncos take on the New England Patriots.
Oh, now then, I sided with the Broncos because I wanted them to beat the shit out of those Chiefs, and I got what I wanted, but I didn't win my $100. Fuck you, Chiefs. You should have gone for the 2-point conversion. I would have won some money. But, oh well, gotta get over that. But not this time. I'm gonna go support the Patriots because it's a home game. I think that Tom Brady might not have an easy field day here. But let's hope he doesn't get a flag that ends up getting picked up. I think he's going to pass it pretty well. I expect a turnover. However, not just on his side, I think Peyton Manning is going to throw an interception as well. So I predict 2 turnovers, but whether it'll be good for one side or the other depends on where it goes beyond after that interception. Do they take it in all the way, or do they just stop there? I don't know. But I'm going to say it's a close game with Tom Brady and the Patriots coming out on top by a touchdown.
Okay, so I'm going to say it's going to be a close game, but my reasoning is going to be a little different. I don't think either team is going to stop each other at all during the game. I really don't think either team is going to stop one another. Peyton Manning is going to pick apart the Patriot defense, and the Patriots, Tom Brady, is going to pick apart the Broncos defense, which is playing very, very bad against the pass. So you have 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks playing 2 very suspect defenses, and you have 2 of the best kickers in the league facing off against each other. And that is the recipe for a giant amount of points. I mean, it's going to be a bonanza of points.
Oh, it makes you wish they had the Veterans Day game for that one instead.
I really think that the Denver Broncos are going to beat the Patriots, but it's going to come down to the final drive of the game where Peyton Manning drives them down with like 2 minutes left, and they'll win by a field goal.
Oh, interesting.
All
What's
right.
the Monday night one? We got that
The
one.
Monday night game is the San Francisco 49ers at the Washington Redskins.
Oh, this one's gonna be interesting. I don't like either team. And, well, I don't like the 49ers more, but this is the thing. If the Redskins win, they get closer in the NFC East race. Which that's now becoming hype, because at first it was like, oh, we have the disappointing NFC East race. Now it's something commentators won't stop talking about. Like, it was a slow start, but it's back to being the NFC East. Which we'll be getting to that soon.
Yep.
So what I'm going to say, it's a clusterfuck. It's going to be a clusterfuck. I can't tell you who's going to come out. I'm going to go crazy and say it's going to end in a tie.
Oh!
I'm going to be bold and say it's going to be in a tie game. We're going to have a tied game. We haven't seen this in a while. Like the Eagles game, I forget who they played against, but that was the year they had a tie with someone.
Right. Okay, seriously, the Washington Redskins defense is... we'll start with the 49ers. 49ers offense is terrible right now.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, the Redskins' defense is the worst in the history of the league. I swear, if you handed the football off to Helen Keller and you just kind of shoved her forward, she could find her way to the end zone against the Redskins' defense right now. I mean, literally, a blind person could find their way to the end zone against the Redskins' defense. That's how bad they are at defense. But I am going to pick the San Francisco 49ers to win this game, and the Washington Redskins, I think their logo is going to start crying.
That's going to be funny. I want to see that now. Alright, now we have that one I wanted to talk about for a bit.
And the last game of it's a 4:25 in the Sunday afternoon, and it is the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Football Giants.
Oh, this is gonna be. If they were still on a losing streak or they still had the low morale, I would have said the Cowboys would win easily. But this is not the same. The Giants are coming back in full throttle, and especially because it is the Cowboys, they want revenge. This is a grudge match. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be rough. What needs to happen is what happened last game, which they're going to be prepared for. Interceptions from Eli Manning. That was what will help decide the game. Remember the first quarter? Eli Manning picked off.
Pick six.
Was it a pick six? I don't think it was.
Pick, fumble, pick, fumble, pick.
A pick six would be nice, though. That could change everything. So it's going to be a matter of who fucks up first. Just like what Tony Romo and Peyton Manning had in their showdown. Tony Romo failed to beat both the brothers this year, but he can beat at least one of them twice.
Right.
And it's going to also... Can Dwayne Harris score a touchdown?
The special teams player of the week, like 2 different weeks.
He's player of the week, and that's because the Cowboys had a bye. I still will call him player of the week for special teams.
If you get special teams points for having awesome hair, Dwayne Harris is your man too.
I know, because he's just gonna. I think he might be helping in the deciding factor for if the Cowboys are gonna score. He needs to go far. Even if it's not for a touchdown, you can at least get past that 50-yard line. That's going to help a lot in the long run.
Yep, I really agree with you.
I'm going to call... Well, for the end, I'm going to call it Cowboys 31, Giants 24. With an attempt to tie the game, but they fail.
Alright, you're not going to like what I'm going to say.
I know.
I think that Eli Manning and the Giants finally figured it out. Their defense finally came around. The Cowboys' defense is really hurting. And they're really going to miss Sean Lee. They're really going to miss, I think DeMarcus Ware is hurt again.
Oh, fucking hell.
I think he's hurt again. Or he might be like 80% in playing, but, he's still hurt. And I really think that it's going to be a close game. Both teams are going to have a hard time stopping each other. But I think that the Giants will win their 5th straight game in a row and just completely make the NFC East even more of a joke than it already was.
Are you sure? As I was saying, I think the NFC East is getting that rivalry thing that it's always had. It's going to finally be the NFC East again. This game's going to prove it. It doesn't matter who wins. If it's as close as fans had hoped, it's going to be proving that the NFC East is still... It's just coming back. It just had a slow start.
Well, it is the Dallas Cowboys, and the Cowboys and Giants games are always nasty, chippy, mean...
And close.
And I think
that's why I say
close game.
Special teams gonna help in the fact if they can at least score something for the Cowboys, that's gonna shake up the Giants. And
it really is.
Dwayne Harris needs to run with all his might. He needs to be quick-witted as always. But we're out of time now. So, yeah, we're going to see you next week. Say goodbye, Bill.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, and I say goodbye too. I'll see you next week, and things are only going to get better from here.